Hi everybody, and welcome back to the MetaTailor YouTube channel. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We're going to be importing assets, but not just any assets. I've pulled assets from around the web, from users that we've credited down below, from Sketchfab, DeviantArt, and other 3D repositories to bring us some recognizable characters. We've got Akuma from Street Fighter, an Adeptus Auroritas from Warhammer 40k, Kakashi from Naruto, and Link from Legend of Zelda. These are all going to be separate videos that we're going to be building these 4 characters in, but we're going to be creating these assets using the ones I've pulled from other creators that have nothing to do with MetaTailor. We'll be able to apply it to our avatar, swap avatars, and it'll work on any avatar in our library and any avatar you bring in. This is available to both free and pro users. This is not something that is only accessible to pro users. Anybody using MetaTailor can pull in any asset, apply it to any avatar, and it'll just work. So make sure you like and subscribe down below to follow along for more of the videos in this series and more videos that MetaTailor puts out. And let's go ahead and hop in and get dressed. Okay, so here we are in MetaTailor 2.0. The first one I'm going to start with, I'm going to hit New Project, and I'm going to create Akuma. Akuma from Street Fighter. Now with this, I will be kind of going a little bit more quickly, not talking about necessarily how to import more that we can, and to show you what different things we can pull in. So I won't be repeating myself as often. I'm going to go ahead and start with my Akuma, and let's start with the pants. Pants of his Ghee. Right here, so we pulled in our pants. I do know my colors for Akuma. That is more for the body. Do not necessarily pull in, but let's give it another shot. Hey, it's the right color. All right, so we'll start with that. We just added some color to those. Next step, and now I gotta say, hey, these are pants. And get these pants into place. And so with all of these assets, Akuma, I believe I pulled from Sketchfab. With all of these assets, I pulled them from the web, and then I brought them into Maya to modulate them, bring them into their individual pieces. And you don't need to get it exactly right. When we go to pose match, just need to get close enough that these pants were not centered. So I just added a little bit more to them. I'm going to pull these knees back, pull these feet out, pull these knees out, pull these feet out. A little bit more like that. There we go. That's looking like a really good match. The hips forward just a little bit. Like that, and hit confirm, and next step. All right, you can see there's a little bit of a tweak there. I can take that and just kind of do a push-pull, sculpt layered so I can see what I'm working on. See it kind of eat up that body right there. Oh, we got a little bit in the back here too. That's looking good back there. And if we wanted to, I don't necessarily have to, but we can shrink wrap the sides here. Just kind of touch those up a little bit, get right to those thighs, get a little bit closer to the body. And there we go. We'll go ahead and hit confirm. All right, let's bring in another asset. Let's bring in the top. We try to add our color map. You can see it's not adding color to the belt. Hey, this is close enough. It's still getting the same black color for that Ghee, which is what I wanted. This is going to be, I'm going to call this more of a shirt than a jacket. Next step. All right, same thing, kind of off kilter, so let's spin it around, bring it up. Just a little bit bigger. I'm struggling to figure out how far in the back I want that to shrink, because I want that to hug the back a little bit better. And I could probably even fix that in our pose match. I want to get it low enough. There we go. That's feeling good. Yeah, we can fix the rest of pose match. That's feeling good. I confirm. Start pose match. We don't need a ton of pose matching. I will kind of pull those shoulders out and down a little bit. Maybe back a little bit. And what I can do is I can bring those arms out. And that's going to give them bigger arms. Just to kind of match the big muscular body. Try to get that to sit with that torso. Give them a nice bigger torso. Bring those hips forward a little bit. Shoulders forward a little bit. There we go. Those hands out a little bit more. Forward a little bit more. Let's hit confirm and see how we did. That's pretty good. You see there's a little overlap there where the pants are too short, Ghee is too wide. That's pretty good. Now, you know what? I'll hit cancel. Let's go ahead and scale it again. Just scale it a little bit wider again. Try to cover that gap up just a little bit better. Amazing. And see, it clearly needs a beefier guy in here. Somebody with a little bit more body mass to match Akuma. Let's do another piece. Let's do the hair. That one's always fun. And so because the colors aren't working, I'm just going to make this hair the hue and saturation I want to kind of match that nice, vibrant red, kind of in this range. Oh, actually right there. That's looking good. Saturation value, perfect. Next step, call this one hair. Next step. Bring it up. I just brought it all the way up just so I can rotate it. And I'll bring it down. Scale it up. Bring it back. Over. Scale it up. Oops. All directions. There we go. Just trying to get that sitting nice and pretty. Just a bit there. Just a bit. Yeah, that's looking good. All right, confirm. Don't need to pose match that. Next step. Amazing. He's got that Akuma hair. Import. Cloth. Let's do our hand wraps. So these are going to be a little bit more brown, and we'll be able to mirror these. So a little bit more on the hue, crank up that saturation, find a nice kind of brown area. Is going to sit right in here. And then just drop down our value. That's good right there. All right, this is going to be, we don't have a glove option, so let's call this an accessory bracelet. No, because I want this stuck to the body. So we're going to call this a shirt. Bracelet, you'll have to like place it somewhere on the body and you can move it around and anchor it to a spot. We're going to do that with the neck beads. For this one, I do want it to actually attach to the body. So we're going to call this one part of a shirt. Scale it way down. Let's do a pose match. There you go. It's looking pretty good. We need to try to make that hand a little bit bigger. Let's see, can we do that? Yeah, we can do that by kind of jank these elbows around a bit. There we go. Confirm. So next step and see how we did. All right, that wrapped that pretty good. All right. We want to mirror this, so just going to kick it over to the other side. It's wrapping around our hands. We can kind of move that. And maybe scale it up just a little bit. Pivot point's a little off. That's okay. There we go. Yeah, I like the look of that. Let's do a little bit of a global shrink wrap on that. Losing a little bit, trying to get around those fingers. There we go. That's looking good. And with any sort of glove, if there is a part, like these fingers are sticking out like that, if I wanted to, I can kind of grab our mesh here and use our visibility brush. And I can make it a little bit smaller. I can kind of hide some of that stuff that's sticking out there. Oops, too far. Hide maybe a little bit of that stuff that's sticking out in our hand. Confirm. And there you go. You can see it's already looking a little bit better. Mirrored over, same thing, looking okay. All right, we've got some cool hand wraps. All right, let's go ahead and go to import, clothing. Let's do our sandals, and we'll do his signature necklace at the end. Aim for that same kind of color we saw with the hand wraps. Right there, perfect. Shoe. Confirm. So we're doing one shoe, so we can mirror it. So I'm going to pull that up, rotate it around. With this one, if I can match the shoe to the foot, I think that'll just make my life easier. Ooh, it was so close. That looks great. Just go down a little bit more this way. Maybe get that a little bit tighter this way. Like that. Otherwise, it's feeling nice. Confirm. Next step, like I said, don't need to pose match. I can mirror it. Try shrink wrapping it, getting nice and tight. Back to our tools, excellent. So yeah, shrink wrapping it helped a little bit. Moving it back, moving it up a little bit, rotating it maybe just a touch this way. Confirm. And effects layering kind of fix that for me as well. So it's not trying to like wrap around those toes. Let's take the shrink wrap down. I think that's what's biting into our feet right there. There we go. That's looking really good. All right, last thing. This is driving me just a little nuts, so I'll kind of bring that in, bring it up a little bit, get it to fit his body a little bit better. Tailor that. There we go. Same thing with the pants. Just bring them up ever so slightly. Confirm. Thank you. Shrink wrap you. That's fitting a little bit better. There we go. I like that a lot better. All right, let's add those beads. Akuma's signature necklace. Aim for that same kind of color. Maybe a little bit more like a little more red. Yeah, like a redwood. So this one we're going to do accessory. Next, we can scale it way down and kind of get it into place. It's going to ask us to place it low. When you're scaling, always make sure you're scaling uniformly. Then we can just put it in its place. Make sure the scale feels right. And it's going to ask us to place it back in that spot. That feels good. Maybe make it a little bit bigger. Nah, I liked it where it was. I changed my mind. That was good. Confirm. Next step. All right, so like I said, it's going to ask us where to put it. And you can just always kind of aim for the neck as best you can. It's going to put that on. Grab it. It's doing it to the head, so I'm just going to tweak it. Tweak it. Down. Just kind of keep tweaking it again until you get it back in that position, especially for something big and chunky like this. And I can do, instead of head, well, this doesn't throw anything off, I'll change it to neck. Perfect. Confirm. There it is. It's pushing down the Ghee there. If you don't want it to do that, you just uncheck effects layering, and it kind of pushes all that hair and everything back out. There's Akuma. Let's go ahead and take a look at our viewport settings. Let's see how he looks running. Do a little touch up there where it's popping through. Just a little work there, but that's not looking too bad. What do we have? We've got short and shield attack. Kind of matches some movements he would actually go for. And like I said, this works on any avatar. Now we can go to my content, my avatars. Let's add it to that's marketplace avatars. I want my content avatars. Let's add it we can add it to Trey from our previous video. He's in more of an A pose. It's going to shift everything down into more of an A pose. We have to adjust the necklace because it's going off of neck and the shoes. Everything else matched really well. Let's go ahead and change it over to one of our female avatars. Couple touch-ups here and there, but the main part of the Ghee, the top and the bottom, are pretty rock solid. Hand wraps are doing pretty good. Need to scale them a little bit just to match this character. Like I said, Akuma comes in with lots of bulk, lots of volume. This was built off of a huge bodybuilder-like character, so the assets are morphing to these smaller characters, but they're doing a really good job jumping from character to character. All right, confirm. Let's go back one more time, put it back on that's a metahuman. Let's bring it back to our MetaTailor character. And then we'll save. And there we have it. We have created, or recreated for that matter, a bunch of characters from pop culture. Now, once again, these assets were not designed for MetaTailor. I pulled them from Sketchfab, DeviantArt, other places like that, and brought them into Maya, modulated them down to individual pieces, and turned them into FBXs so we could import them into MetaTailor, a feature available to both free and pro users. So thank you so much. Remember to like and subscribe down below, and I will see you all next time.